In the vast expanse of the ocean, there are some mysteries that are yet to be unraveled. One such incident is the Mary Celeste, which continues to baffle the minds of many even today. On November 7, 1872, the Mary Celeste set sail on what was supposed to be a routine voyage from New York to Italy. Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter Master, and 7 sailors left the bustling port city with dreams of adventure and fortune on the high seas. The journey began like any other, filled with hope for a swift and prosperous voyage across the Atlantic. But within a few weeks, the course of events took a drastic turn, leaving behind a haunting mystery that has endured for over a century. Exactly 4 weeks after leaving New York, on December 5, 1872, the British vessel 𝐬𝐿 spotted the Mary Celeste, not far from the Canary Islands, approximately 600 leagues off the Portuguese coast. It appeared to be drifting aimlessly at sea, a ghost ship without a soul on board. The most eerie part was that there were no signs of distress, no SOS signals or frantic waving of flags, only an unnerving quiet that sent chills down the spines of the 𝐬𝐿𝐴's crew as they approached the Mary Celeste. When Captain David Morehouse of the 𝐬𝐿 reached out to the Mary Celeste, he noticed that the ship was in good condition, with all of its sails intact and the hatches tightly secured. There were also no signs of a struggle or foul play. The only thing amiss was the absence of the Mary Celeste's crew. As they boarded the abandoned ship, they discovered further evidence of this bizarre mystery. The cargo of wine casks and barrels of oil and a supply of food and water were all present and untouched, suggesting that the crew had vanished without taking anything with them. To make matters even more puzzling, the ship's captain's logbook contained an entry from December 25th, detailing that the vessel was sailing normally. This lack of any indication of danger or urgency only deepened the enigma surrounding the crew's disappearance. Despite the unsettling atmosphere, the captain of the 𝐬𝐿 decided to take the abandoned ship under tow, assuming that the crew must have been taken off by a lifeboat. However, upon reaching Gibraltar, they found no record of such an occurrence, adding another layer to the perplexing puzzle. As news of the ghost ship spread, various theories began to emerge, each more speculative than the last. Some suggested that the crew had been taken hostage by pirates, or that the ship had encountered a violent storm that had swept the crew off the deck. Others went even further, claiming that the entire crew had been wiped out by a deadly disease, or even assassinated by fellow crew members. But these theories were just mere speculations, and none could be substantiated with concrete evidence. As the years passed, the mystery of the Mary Celeste became a haunting tale told in hushed tones around the docks and taverns frequented by sailors. The lack of a definitive answer only fueled the flames of curiosity, and the eerie tale of the ghost ship continued to captivate the imaginations of many. So what exactly happened to the Mary Celeste and her crew? Let's find out. After finding the Mary Celeste, Captain Morehouse tried to ascertain what had led to the mysterious disappearance of the crew. He examined everything on board to get to the bottom of this case, but soon found himself even more confused than before. The ship's cargo was intact, the barrels of alcohol and boxes of oil all present and undisturbed. There was no evidence of looting or foul play. Moreover, the supplies of food and water were sufficient enough to last the crew several months, negating the need for them to abandon ship due to scarcity. Furthermore, Captain Briggs's logbook provided no clues about any issues or emergencies that might have befallen the vessel. In fact, the last entry from December 25th simply noted that all was well aboard the ship. The only anomaly discovered by the 𝐬𝐿's crew was the lifeboat. It was missing from the ship, which was odd as there was no indication of rough seas or an emergency situation. But the rest of the ship was seaworthy, and the Mary Celeste could have easily continued on its journey without the lifeboat. This detail raised more questions than it answered. Why would the crew abandon ship if it was still seaworthy? What could have compelled them to leave behind a vessel that could have carried them safely to their destination? And why did they abandon the lifeboat, a crucial safety device for any seafaring vessel? These questions only added to the web of mystery that surrounded the Mary Celeste. In the absence of any definitive answers, speculation ran wild. Theories abounded, each attempting to piece together the fragments of this perplexing puzzle. But in the end, each fell short of providing a satisfactory explanation for the crew's baffling disappearance. One of the most plausible theories suggests that a sudden storm or waterspout struck the Mary Celeste, catching the crew off guard. The force of such an event could have easily forced the crew to abandon ship and the lifeboat in the chaos. However, this theory fails to explain why the crew didn't attempt to return to the Mary Celeste once the weather calmed down. After all, the ship was still afloat and the cargo remained untouched, indicating that the crew had likely evacuated in a hurry. Another theory proposes that the crew fell victim to a pirate attack. However, considering that nothing was stolen and there were no signs of violence or struggle, this theory seems highly unlikely. If pirates had attacked the ship, it's reasonable to assume that they would have taken the valuables with them, looted the cargo holds, or even damaged the ship. But the pristine condition of the Mary Celeste and its cargo points towards a different narrative. A more sinister theory revolves around the possibility that toxic fumes from the alcohol cargo played a role in the crew's disappearance. If somehow the fumes had become unbearable or if there was a fear of an explosion, it's conceivable that the crew panicked and abandoned ship. However, this theory too has its shortcomings. There's no historical record of such incidents occurring on alcohol-carrying vessels, and it's unlikely that the crew wouldn't have considered the safety of their vessel before evacuating. Some theories delve into the realm of the supernatural, suggesting that a mythical sea monster was responsible for the crew's disappearance. While such theories lack concrete evidence, they serve to highlight the human tendency to seek explanations beyond the confines of rationality when faced with the unknown. Perhaps one of the most enduring theories, albeit the most far-fetched, is the alien abduction theory. Proponents of this theory suggest that the crew may have been abducted by extraterrestrials, taken off the ship, and never returned. While this theory lacks any factual basis, it continues to capture the public imagination, appealing to our fascination with the cosmos and the unexplained. But here's the question: could something supernatural be responsible for the vanishing act of the Mary Celeste and her crew? Is there a curse on the ship that caused this to happen? After being declared a derelict vessel, the Mary Celeste was eventually brought to the port of Gibraltar. An investigation was conducted there, but no conclusive evidence could be found regarding the fate of the crew. Eventually, the ship was purchased by another party who renamed it the Amazon. However, the vessel was involved in an incident where it collided with another ship off the Azores Islands. Despite sustaining damage, the Amazon managed to reach the shores of St. John's, Newfoundland. Nevertheless, the following year, in 1885, the ship wrecked near Haiti, bringing an end to its turbulent existence. With the ship now resting at the bottom of the ocean, its secrets were taken to the grave, leaving behind nothing but unanswered questions. Over the years, tales of the Mary Celeste have captured the imagination of many, inspiring countless books, documentaries, and films. The story continues to fascinate people around the world, who are intrigued by the mystery surrounding the disappearance of the crew. So what happened to the Mary Celeste and her crew? The truth is that over a century has passed since the ghost ship was discovered adrift at sea, and the mystery of its missing crew remains unsolved. Despite numerous theories and investigations, no one can say for certain what befell the Mary Celeste and her crew. Did a sudden storm cause them to abandon ship? Were they taken hostage by pirates? Did a sea monster attack the vessel? Or was there a more sinister force at play? The ocean refuses to give up its secrets, leaving us to wonder about the fate of the Mary Celeste and her crew. The disappearance of the Mary Celeste and her crew remains one of the most intriguing maritime mysteries of all time. The lack of a definitive answer only adds to the allure of the story, leaving us to ponder the possibilities and speculate about what might have transpired on that fateful voyage. Perhaps the truth lies hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered. Or perhaps some mysteries are best left unsolved, allowing the legends to live on. What do you think happened to the Mary Celeste and her crew? Do you believe that there are more sinister forces at play? Share your thoughts below.